fast. Not a cast pod, hey, rage. Every day she'll make you say, oh my God. She got the scoop.
All right, Loren and Alex are here. Wait, Alex, I don't get this. It seems like you want Alex, but like TLC is doing you wrong, and they always say like Alexia, right? Like they always promote it.
So that's the thing. It's Alexei, but people don't know how to say it. So I just prefer them saying Alex. If you know how to say it, say Alexei. But if not, then just say Alex.
I know. And I love like on your Instagram and stuff, it seems like you want Alex and then everyone just like murders your name like everywhere you go. I feel so bad. Including
That's why
myself.
I prefer Alex. So nobody murders that.
Alexis, Alexa, Alexia,
Yeah, that's
Alexei.
Do people come up to you guys like in person and do people go, oh, Alexa? Like, do they just say, like, I guess you get everything.
I heard it.
why. Or Alexis.
Alexis.
Okay.
Alexa, you're like, look, everybody, I'm not a fucking car, okay? You know, like I'm not,
Alexis. Oh, hey, Alexis. I never thought about it that way.
Only Loren is driving me, nobody else, okay? Nobody else.
I'm easy.
So,
Great driver.
do you two get recognized a lot in Florida? I mean, I know obviously we watch you like nationwide, but are you guys like always out and about and people come up and they're like, hey, I love watching you too?
I mean, it happens. We're not that much out and about lately, though. So, but yeah, it does happen.
You know where we get recognized the most as a couple, and it makes me laugh, is at the Outdoor World or Bass Pro Shop. Because all of these men are like, my wife loves you. She makes me watch it. I'm thinking, yeah, right. You secretly bake it.
Guy's gonna pull on the chip and mess it up.
Maybe you guys ought to do like a whole set of series at Bass Pro Shop across the country, like meet and greets.
Do a meet and greet.
I'm down.
It's not
Bass
my
Pro
favorite
Shop is my
store.
place.
It's not my favorite store.
Yeah, I hear you. You don't. It doesn't seem to fit either one of you, honestly. But interesting that your fans are there. Okay, guys, there's so much to talk to you about. You know, obviously you've been on television for many years now. You have a new show coming out. But it sounds like from your social medias, you both had a really rough fall. You all had like COVID, the baby, like. Oh, hey.
Come here, Shaq.
You want to say hi, baby?
You can't be making
You wanna
noise
say
in
hi?
NBC.
Oh my.
Hi.
Trucks and they make noise.
Can you say hi? You showing off your truck?
Yes, your truck.
Oh,
I love your truck. I have a 9-month-old, so I totally get it. You
get
guys,
it.
it's yeah.
You get it.
I can't
9 months is still. Wait till he gets to like 20.
He's gonna be 20 years old.
It must be so hard to do any interview. It's like constant. So, okay, tell me, like, how are you guys doing from your fall? You've obviously recovered from COVID, but it sounded like, Loren, you were even at the point you were like, look, I need to take a break from social media. So what was going on? Was it just the COVID? Was it family? What?
It was just everything.
I'm gonna give him to your mom.
Okay.
Because
Okay, we're gonna have.
He's out of
No worries.
control right now.
So I'll keep going while I have peace and quiet.
Alex can, work on things.
I just think that I was having a bit of a mental breakdown. I mean, 2 under 2 is hard. And I don't know what was harder. Like Alex, it just kind of sprung on us. Like we get tested so often. Background. We get tested so often that they know us at the places, right? And he was like, I tested positive. And I was like, what? This is my house all the time, by the way. You're there. And
well,
like,
this is going to make for a great reality show. I mean, because, go on. I mean, this is perfect. You got to have chaos.
This is our life.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I tested positive. And I was like, what do you mean you tested positive? And I felt like just like my life kind of like paused and like it was just an ultra shock. And he was sick. And so he quarantined in that bedroom. There's Gigi and Asher and Shai. And he quarantined for 5 days by himself. And I was on the couch with 2 kids nonstop. And I don't know what was harder, that or then me getting sick, plus having as much help as I could have, and still having to be mommy and nurse and wife and this and that. I don't know which was harder. And I needed to take a mental break. Like I felt a breaking point for the first time, like really felt a breaking point.
Yeah. And were you guys super sick with the virus? Like, Because some people it's like mild, other people, you guys really hit hard.
He was actually worse than I was.
Yeah, I was pretty. I mean, we
Like,
were both
really?
pretty sick, but yeah, I had fever, I had cough, I had super weird weakness.
You lost your taste and
I
smell.
lost my taste and smell.
I got a fever. I lost my taste, not my smell. Sometimes I wish I lost my smell with the amount of diapers we go through here.
I can relate.
It was really, I will say
That was cool though, not to smell that poop.
I'm more tired now. I think I'm just very lethargic now and tired. And now I'm back to working out again. And it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, everybody says it's the long-term effects that get you.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys were super cautious. Were you vaccinated or unvaxxed? Like, that sounds really hard.
Yeah.
No, we were vaccinated, yeah.
And you got hit that hard even with the vaccine.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah, and then the boys got it, which that was very scary.
I mean, we didn't test Asher, but Shai tested positive. Yeah, and he was sick and coughing too.
And Asher
so that's another thing. Like they weren't sleeping good. We had to like suction out their boogers all the time because they were like choking and couldn't breathe.
Oh yeah.
On top of just not feeling well, we had to take care of them and.
Yeah, it sounded like you guys had a really rough fall. Like just like
Alex. I will say this though, Alex milked it for everything when he was in quarantine. Like
I had such a great break for like 4 days. 3 days. That's it.
It was 5. Thank you.
Like, oh my
God. It was 5.
What 5? I can book it Tuesday, Wednesday once I get result until Friday. That's it. Friday you already got your result.
I went for my test. Anyway, it was felt like an eternity.
Days. For you,
it was like 5.
I had 3 days that I was in that room and I was off market. I was just.
He's like, "Can you bring me some soup, but put on a mask and gloves? Or can you bring me a water? Or can you bring me this?"
I can hug myself every time with a mask.
You guys, what I like about you two is you seem like you have the same parenting style my husband and I do, which is we really love our son, but it's like I really hate doing all the work. Like I hate feeding him. You know, like it's just I do. I love. You guys both seem like you love kids, but it's like there's so much work all the time. It's like you just don't want to do that part, and I appreciate that about you too.
Yeah, no, it's difficult.
We enjoyed this whole Bathgate thing that happened.
What happened?
Bathgate, like with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher not bathing their kids every day. We were like, that's us.
Yeah, we don't do that. That's bad for your skin.
Also, like, it's exhausting.
Who wants to get these kids? I bathe my son like twice a week. He's 9 months old. Like, how often do you guys do? Okay. Twice a week, right?
2 to 3 times a week, especially Shy because he's in nursery school, but Asher 2 times a week.
Yeah, I know.
Baby wipes take care of everything.
French shower.
I know it's not normal to bathe. The pediatrician tells you don't bathe your child every single day, and yet these people like give you guys. Is there anything else? What else do people give you guys crap about with your parenting? Because I mean, we do see all your parenting stuff. Like, what's the biggest thing?
I've gotten such mommy shamed for the car seat, or I've taken pictures of my kids in their car seat, just a picture. We're not even in the car. They're in their stroller. Just like, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't put the buckle up to his neck. And
things. Anything that I post, there's something that somebody would say.
I can't believe you didn't brush your kid's hair today. Or like,
what is this dirty clothes? Or why you play so rough? Oh, it looks like he's crying. Why is he crying? Why you don't take it? Everything.
Why is he still in pajamas? Yes, I tell him everything.
So, okay, all right. I want to go back and like kind of start from the beginning, but how did TLC convince you guys to do this show? You know, to basically, now you have your own spinoff.
They did it. I convinced them.
Oh, really? So it was your idea. You pitched them. You said myself and Alex and our family, we'd be a good spinoff.
Oh, you mean a spinoff or being on 19? Yeah. Oh, the spinoff?
I mean, she was always telling all the producers and everybody who we ever been in contact with, oh, I want my show.
You know, we're really relatable. We really love each other. I mean, we don't always like each other, but we love each other. And oh my God, I would think of such bullshit excuses.
So as much as like people comment on your life, you guys do enjoy, are you still enjoying being on television?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's a good life.
I mean, we're gonna.
It isn't.
We're gonna see what happens when everything airs and once everybody see everything. Because
there's pros and cons. Honestly, people forget that just because we're on TV, like we're still human beings, we're still parents, still working, still a couple, like still human feeling and emotions. Like we're very normal people. And I think keyboard warriors really forget that. And that took a lot of time to understand.
Oh, totally. And I imagine, do people ever say any of this stuff to your face? Like, no one will ever say it to your face. Exactly. They're in Bass Pro Shop. Yeah. They're in the Bass Pro Shop. They want a photo. They'll never say it to your face, right? Yeah. Okay. So are you nervous then? You know, you're getting your own spinoff. You're one of the only very few couples to ever get a spinoff. This is like a little bit of pressure. Are you guys feeling the ratings pressure?
I actually just texted our producer earlier, and I was like, I'm so nervous because
we are a little nervous. We don't know how it's gonna exactly look and what people are gonna think, and if we're gonna really, if people are really gonna be excited about it and gonna watch it. And so that rating is important.
I also think that there's two different kinds of followers. We have people who've followed us from the very beginning that remember like all the drama with the tell-all or how we were as a couple. And then you have new followers who only know us from Pillow Talk and didn't really see our stories. So when people who know us from just Pillow Talk are like, oh my God, they're hilarious, this and this. So we really want people to see more of that and like who we really are, because that's really who we are. And
this show was during very stressful time. It's more of a stress than hilarious over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you have both, but she was pregnant half of the time. And it was
I've been pregnant for like the last 3 years.
So much drama and babies and work and COVID. And it was, yeah.
Well, you know what's interesting? One of the things that I read about you guys often, like on the blogs and everything, is one, people think you're the hottest couple ever to be on 90 Day. People are very into both of you. They think you're gorgeous.
Thank you. I haven't read that about me. I've heard it about him, but not of me.
Really? Oh my gosh! Do a deep dive on Reddit about you. I mean, first of all,
I won't do it.
Don't do it.
Loren 3 years ago would have done it. Loren now is way too hormonal to do it.
Well, so. Of course, they lead with you're a spoiled brat, but then everybody thinks you're hot. You know, I mean,
well, I'll take it.
There's actually a thing where people say you're a Boca girl. I've never heard of this, but I'm assuming it's a Boca Raton, Florida girl, which is like spoiled mama's, mama's girl, mama's boy. But okay, do you say like you're kind of a Boca girl?
I don't know.
You don't know. Yes, you are, and you admit it nonstop.
But here's the thing, because I work very hard for it now.
Spoiled.
Yeah, I grew up very, very lucky. I'm a daddy's girl and my mommy's world through and through. But I work very hard for it now.
Yeah, because you guys, I mean,
me anymore.
You have a TV show. You also now are social media influencers, right? You guys are, you're getting brand endorsements. And I mean, Alex, I got to say, I mean, you're on your Instagram a lot without your shirt on. I kind of think you should go back to the modeling thing. I think you should give it a go. I mean, you're hot. You take your shirt off a lot. Why not get paid more for it?
I'm down. I mean, I have no problem with it, but I do have a very demanding 9-to-5 job.
We have real jobs
for 6 years in it. So
during this whole process, we've maintained real 9-to-5 jobs that like we don't talk about.
People don't know that. That's another thing. They always say, "Oh, you bum, go get a job."
I
don't even reply to that.
You bum.
I worked in the last 3 months. I worked like 60-hour weeks for the whole 3 months without filming.
I see him for maybe an hour a day this season for holiday season. Yeah.
So guys, are we going to see your 9-to-5 jobs on the new show? No.
You're probably
going to see me going to work and coming back from it.
You're going to see me working from home, but that's, we really are not.
Yeah, she's been working from home lately, and I'm just going and working and coming back.
And what do you both do? Because I think I had read, Loren, that you were like in marketing at one point. Are you still?
That's what I went to school for, and that's what we'll keep it as.
Oh, gee, working for the times.
Alex, can you say what you do?
Yeah, I work for a watch company, for Invicta Watch.
Oh, for a watch. Oh my God, they must love you. Okay, that's great. God, you think that? Yeah.
But I'm in logistics and in the warehousing, so like it was a lot of. There was a lot of
I don't mind.
pressure and craziness in the last couple of months.
No, I don't mind at all. This is like your real life. Okay, let's go back because people do need to know your story. You guys obviously became famous on 90 Day Fiance, and you all met, right, when you were vacationing? So, like, Loren, you had met him on vacation. Tell us.
I was on a birthright trip, actually. Birthright is a free 10-day trip to Israel for Jewish people. You get to explore Israel and the country. It's an amazing trip on its own. I just happened to get a husband out of it. So, but that wasn't my
husband.
Excuse me, a hot Israeli soldier husband who was a medic who like barely put a Band-Aid on me. But I was the counselor. I wasn't the participant. And he was the medic who didn't really tend to any medical needs. So
there was no need. I tend to all your needs.
I wish you did.
Oh, shit.
I wish you did.
So, guys, was it like chemistry at first sight? Like, was it, you guys instantly started flirting? Or, like, Loren, did you see this guy and you were like, God, this asshole medic here in Israel?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah,
I have to tell you. So, in life, my parents asked me not to do two things. That was get a tattoo and marry an Israeli. And I did both, okay? And I got off this plane, and I literally dream about this moment because it was such a great moment. I got off the plane, and he was standing there in his medic uniform and his hat. And fun fact, we used to smoke, both of us. We both quit. And he was standing there all serious like this, smoking. And I was like, oh, hello, are you our medic? And he was like, yes. And I was like, are you kidding me? This was the best trip ever. And I'll never forget our friend Skylar. He was my co-staff. He was actually in our wedding. He looked at me, he goes, he has a girlfriend. And I looked at him, I go, do you have a girlfriend? He goes, nope. And the rest is history.
And nobody goes with a girlfriend.
Okay, thank you, honey.
Okay, so Alex, you meet Loren, you instantly dump this girl, this other, chick that's in Israel. You get rid of her, and so how did you feel, Alex, when you saw her? You were like,
well, I thought the same. It's going to be a fun trip. And it turned out to be a really fun trip.
It was fun.
And then she extended, and she didn't want to go home. She wanted to stay home.
You didn't want me to go home either.
So she extended her stay after the trip was over, and we stayed for a little longer. And then we kept in touch, and she flew.
You flew me out there. Thank you very much.
I flew her for the first time, and then she flew back and forward like 5 more times in the next year. And that's it. And then
I lived in New York, so they had easy direct flights.
And then the 90-day thing.
Okay, so you guys were like a year plus deep into your relationship. And then Loren, I'm assuming, because you obviously want to be on TV, which I love, I respect. Did you kind of have in the back of your mind, oh my God, we're like 90 Day Fiance contestants?
So my roommate.
I think that's what you started with.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Now, after all these years,
that's exactly why. My roommate so I lived in New York, and my roommate at the time was like, "You watch this show."
Oh my God! Why are you come here?
She was like, "You watch the show. You should write to them." So unbeknownst to him, I wrote this novel of a story and submitted pictures of us like in bikinis and when we were on the beach in Tel Aviv, like the best pictures.
Of course.
And I wrote this whole story before he even knew that I was doing it. Because at the end of the episodes back then, they used to say, if you or somebody you know is going through this. So I emailed them and I told him after the fact, hey, there's this show in America.
She sent me links and stuff to watch. And I never watched it. I was like, nah, that's not going to happen.
I wrote to them, since we're technically like on paper engaged, since we're going through the K1 process. I wrote to them and he was like, okay, whatever. And I kept asking, did you watch the link? Did you watch the link? And he's like, no. And I said, well, they want to interview us, so you should start watching.
I still didn't believe that it's going to happen.
I never would have thought this happened.
They interviewed at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Alex, when did it get real for you? When were you like, okay, I'm now moving to America. I'm marrying an American, and now I'm going to be on a reality TV show. Like, was it not until they actually showed up with cameras that you were like, okay, this is happening? Or like, when did it get real for you?
I don't know. Now that I look back at it, I don't know where I got the courage for all of that stuff.
The liquid courage.
The courage, because if you think about it, it is scary. Like I left everything. I had a job. I had the thoughts of future. I was thinking what to do. Like I was gonna go, do things, and then I left everything, moved here, show this, that. But I guess it was the right move.
Yeah, I think it's.
That's what they say. You gotta, when the opportunity is there for things, you gotta make the right.
I was your opportunity. Thank you.
No, yeah. When there are things, you can't be scared. You have to take those steps. When you see, okay, I like this girl, I want to be with her, you can't be afraid of making a move. Or if there's a show and you're scared of it, but you know that it's a crazy thing. It's not
YOLO.
YOLO, exactly. YOLO. So
it makes me chuggy for saying that.
I don't know what chuggy means.
Then you're definitely chuggy. Conversation's over.
Loren, had you ever done television before? Had you done any TV appearances before you got the show?
When I was younger, I was heavily involved in acting and modeling. No, I didn't do TV. I did like stand up, and I won awards for it when I was younger. And
younger means like 5.
Not exactly, like 15 actually. He's
like 5.
So extra.
She won awards in
let me tell you,
Club.
The club. Let me tell you something about Alex over here. Okay, he has really blossomed. Like being on TV, I think has really brought him out of his shell, because I don't want to say he was so against it, but he was so reserved, and it was like peeling layers off, and it was so hard to talk to him and like pry him open. And now he thinks he's like the funniest person in the world, because he reads the comments when people are like, "Oh my God, you're so funny."
I do not read the comments.
I know.
And
he knows. So don't let him fool you. No, I always wanted to do it, and here we are, and I'm so thankful. And
yeah, well, it sounds like you even had some training. You were 15, you were doing stand-up comedy. Where were you doing stand-up comedy at 15?
I did it in LA. I used to go out for pilot season when I was younger, and there were awards and competitions, but don't ask me to tell you a joke. I can't tell you a joke. Alex will say I'm not that funny.
I actually wasn't going to ask that. I was going to ask you, did you ever audition with anyone who's now become famous?
So, do you know who Carlos Pena is? He was part of this Nickelodeon show. Drawing a blank.
I know the name.
Hallmark. His wife is Alexa Vega Pena, or I don't know. They combined their last names. So I used to audition with him as like the sibling. We would do brother, sister auditions.
No kidding. And then obviously he became very famous. Wow.
He's doing great. He's doing amazing. I mean, I haven't spoken to him in years, but
you're not too bad either.
Well, thank you.
I know.
Honey.
And then here you are on television. What great training. That's amazing.
Just asking us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are you're super popular with fans, obviously, because I think you're transparent. One of the things too, I was curious about. Some people have said over the years that people on 90 Day Fiance, the couples, do very well if they're of the same religion. Do you guys think that's true? Do you think religion, you guys both being Jewish, has really helped like your relationship, or do you think ultimately that had nothing to do with it?
I'm gonna tell you something, and Alex is gonna get mad at me because Alex is my one and only. He's actually the only Jewish person I ever dated, and I ended up marrying
him. And the only
him.
person at all.
Right, yes.
Wow, yes. Really? Yeah. Never dated a Jewish guy before. Wow. Oh my gosh.
I guess it does help.
It just happened. I mean, we just see eye to eye on things.
But still, as far as cultures and stuff, we're completely different. Like our cultural differences are completely different. We're same religion, but so it definitely helps, but we still are very, very different.
Very different.
We grew up in different places.
Well, and Alex, you've obviously had tension over the years with Loren's parents. How much of that is going to be on the new show? Like, I mean, it's, obviously it seems like you guys spend time together. We see you with your parents on social media. They're your in-laws. But there does seem like there's this ongoing, they like you, but they don't love you type thing.
Oh, no, they love him. They worship the ground this man walks
that's not true.
on. All hail King Alex.
Oh, really?
I love them. They love me. But there's always, tensions. Like, they always think that my decisions are not good for, because I think it's part of the cultural differences. In my culture, it's like, I take chances. The kids running around barefoot everywhere, and that right away, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like this.
They follow rules.
They follow rules. So many rules. And I follow rules that make sense.
Like, when it says don't do a U-turn, Alex does a U-turn.
Oh, okay. And your parents are more like.
If it doesn't bother nobody, then it doesn't bother nobody.
Oh my God. Okay, well, that's good to know. So the truth of the matter is you guys all actually get along very well. It's just that, there's some cultural things that are different. And, you obviously like to do things, Alex, not by the rules, apparently.
By the rules when it's needed. Not an outlaw.
Lauren, what's been the response over the years? Obviously, people know you've been very open about having Tourette's, and your anxiety can trigger that. Overall, do you feel like sharing that has been beneficial to the audience? Have people reached out mostly with good stories, or do you think that's been, something I wish I hadn't shared because people use it against me?
Well, both. But
Nobody used it ever against you.
A lot of people have made memes and mocked me, made fun of me, but I will say I never in a million years would have expected the kind of support that I got. I had friends from my childhood message me saying, because of you, I feel comfortable talking about it, that I have it. Like, I did it selfishly for me to help me accept that I have it. And I never thought I would have gotten this support. I never, ever thought it would happen.
Yeah, I know. I feel like people overall have been very, very supportive of that. Yeah. But I'm sure you've had the negative. Lauren, does it drive you nuts as a woman? I have a following here in DC, and people love my husband. They love my husband can do nothing wrong. And I feel like Alex is the same way. Does it drive you bananas? Here you are. You've wanted to be a star since you were 14. It's because of you that you're on television. Does it drive you?
Because of me.
It's because of you, yes, but without me, it wouldn't happen either.
Doesn't it get to you?
Yes.
It irritates me that people, it's like, to me, it's so chauvinist. They always think the men are right, or that they're the voice of reason.
Alex thinks that also. He thinks he's always right.
I back it up with facts and right decisions, so. I know it drives her nuts though. It's true, especially now with the kids. Like whenever I go and I carry my son, or I walk with him.
Oh my God, you're such an amazing dad. How are you doing it? Look at you. How do you push the stroller? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Hello. And I'm lugging the other one in the backpack and all the bags, and he's just do.
Guys, are we going to see a lot of your second pregnancy with Asher? I mean, that seems scary about the NICU situation and him being in there. I mean, were you guys? I know you were very emotional, but even behind the scenes, was it much more stressful? And are we going to see a lot of that?
You're definitely going to see that.
Yeah, that looked so hard. I'm sure and what were the complications? Can you say?
Basically, it was born early.
Yeah, very early.
It was just early, and okay. But was there anything that prompted that? Did you have was there some sort of, your blood pressure was dropping or something?
No, he was just giving me contractions, and you'll see all about it.
Is there anything at this point, after years being on TV, that's kind of off limits for you guys, that when you went into this show, you said, okay, we're not going to reveal this? Or did you I always say it's like the Kris Jenner model. Kris Jenner always said, if we're going to be famous, we have to show it all. Like, what's your take?
I like that, except no more strip clubs.
Oh yeah, the strip club was really big drama for you guys. Wait, have you guys? Why don't you two just go to a strip club together? Like,
no, I wish
no, because a male strip club and a female strip club is totally different.
It wasn't about the fact of the strip club. It was about the fact of me telling you no, and you said yes and no. I agree, never, and still did it. That's the point.
Hey, are strip clubs big in Israel? Like, does Israel have strip?
Are they big in Israel?
They're there, but no, not as big as here. Like, especially here in Miami, every other exit of 95, there's a strip club.
In Florida, literally strip clubs are like McDonald's. I mean, every
corner,
every 3 minutes. Okay, wait. Now, are we going to find out too? Are you guys thinking about moving out of the state of Florida? Or is that going to be a big discussion?
We're still discussing.
Yeah. Still out.
You got to bring the family to LA. You know, I mean,
I can't afford it. I can't afford LA.
It's true.
We can't. I told him to win the lottery. Then
LA
we can go
is
to
great.
LA.
Yeah, LA is.
Alex, start taking off your clothes more, become a model, and then you guys can move to Los Angeles.
I have told him this. I said, honey, give the people what they want. And ladies, just so you know, I handle his Instagram, so I see what you send him.
Oh, what do women slide in his DMs all the time trying to like?
No, I actually have no idea.
Oh, you're good. Oh, really? I would totally check his DMs. You don't?
No, and I don't manage his social media.
God, look at you guys. Look, you two are going to be, I think this show is going to do incredibly well. You guys are, people love watching you. You genuinely love each other, which is amazing. And not all the 90-day couples, have that. So it's pretty, I think it's going to be a great show.
Thank you. I hope so.
I want to do some rapid fire here. Questions. Okay, are you guys going to have more kids now? Or what are you thinking after 2? You are? Really? Loren doesn't seem so sure.
I don't know when, but yes. And how many? I don't know.
Okay. My husband and I talk about this. I think I want 3 kids, but is 2 exponentially more work? Like, is it already so much? Okay, because you guys are the same parenting that I am, which is I'd rather be on TikTok. Like, I love them, but I'd also like to be on TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can kiss that TikTok
but
goodbye.
Once they're a little bigger, they love TikTok too. Shai spends, with me.
Just rolling through videos.
Yeah, spin-off show. Alex, I thought this was very brave of you, but I'm curious if you got any backlash and if the network said anything to you. You posted a pro-Israel, Instagram post, which I thought was, that's your story. That's your truth, right? And, the comments were a lot of people, pro-Israel, or pro-Palestine and kind of mad at you. Was there a lot of fallout from that? Did the network call you and go, hey, we'd love you to not be political?
No, I didn't get nothing from the network, but from the followers, yes, I lost like tens of thousands of followers instantly, and I started getting so much hate from like everywhere.
We got a lot of threats. It was scary. It was very scary.
Don't you hate? And what was your? Did you guys like go? Oh, that's it. We're never posting about politics again, or did you say, you know what? This is my truth, and if you don't want to follow, fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
The second version.
Good for you. I mean, most people would take it down and change their opinion. I thought that was very brave of you to put that up because that's your story and that's your feeling.
It's also where it's his home.
I also didn't share much, opinions. I shared just facts that are happening. So obviously my opinion is known, but I shared facts. I didn't share propaganda or some kind of calls for anything. I just reshared facts.
And I'm his wife, and I will support him and stand by his side. Even if I don't agree with him, I will obviously stand by his side.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, what do you think? Can you give us a little teaser for this new season? Like, what's going to be something that you're going to explore or share that you haven't before? It could be around your parents, family, sex. What do you think it is? Oh, and I hope you guys are having more hot sex.
No, I'm still not super comfortable with my body.
We're starting to get back to it, but it was gone for a minute, that's for sure.
I mean, the doctor is strictly like, no.
Even the doctor is blocking me.
Even the doctor. Damn, the doctor.
And you have more? I had a doctor's note. What can you expect? I guess just more of us and like who and how we really are. Honestly, people see us on Pillow Talk. So they see one-liners or they see funny comments, which, I mean, we are funny, casually. Mm-hmm. And you're really going to get to be in our family, really.
Last question. Who's reached out to you that said, oh, I'm a fan of the show, and you never believed that they were a fan of you guys on 90 Day? Was it, was it a celebrity? Was it, was it Michelle Obama? Did anyone message you guys and go, hey, I love the show. I love you two on it?
So there, I heard that Lady Gaga is actually a big fan of 90 Day Fiance.
That's pretty big.
I know.
She never reached out.
She never reached out. No, but okay. Chrissy Teigen is a big fan.
Chrissy Teigen, yes.
Also, some Bravo celebrities, which is really like, wow, I'm a huge Bravo person and I'm a big TLC person, but yeah, it's weird.
Loren, what do you think? Is Jen Shah going to jail?
Oh, I can't get into that. I have no idea. I'm still behind.
Erica Jane, do you think she knew that Tom was stealing the money?
I don't think she did.
Okay, me neither. All right. Look,
I really don't.
I love you too. The show is on a Monday night, this coming Monday night. It debuts 9 p.m. Eastern. It's Loren and Alex after the 90 days. I can't wait. You guys, I think this is going to be a huge hit. So much love to you both. I think you're genuine, and I'm a fan, and, you know, I hope you come on the podcast again. We'll have a lot to talk about.
We're here.
Thank you.
Love you both. I love following you on social media. Huge social media following. So follow them both. You guys are terrific. Okay. Bring the drama. Bring the heat Monday night. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.